I hope that one day disabled people will be able to just live normal lives in this country, have careers as lawyers, journalists, teachers, and not have to be constantly raising awareness. I am Esma Gumberidze, living in Tbilisi, Georgia, 30 years old, if it matters for anyone. I have been blind from birth. I graduated from specialized school for the blind, the only one in Georgia. And then I went on to study in the law school in Tbilisi State University. Currently, I raise awareness about disabled people and our rights and our capacities and capabilities. I conduct workshops and trainings on how to communicate with blind persons, what are disabled people's rights, with school students, university students, but also professionals, including international organizations, embassies, doctors, notary publics, and even police officers. When I studied in my school, I just wanted to have a career, becoming a lawyer, maybe joining politics at some point. And I didn't think that disability activism would play such a big role in my life. But once I entered university, I realized that people just didn't believe that I could be together with them. And I started talking about how do I do things, what are the barriers, how do I move around, how do I read and do my homework assignments, pass my exams. And this is how I started. But then I was not such independent because I never was taught how to use the white cane in my high school. And my parents, I'm the only child in the family, so they didn't want me to be moving around alone. And it was just a couple years ago that I started moving around independently, and I discovered so many more barriers, that we don't have so many audible traffic lights, so I have to ask someone to help me cross the street very often. The bus stops are not being announced so well on the buses, and I have to call all the time the transportation company and tell them that it's not working and they have to fix it. So activism never ends. First, we try to push for these bus stops to be announced, for the system to be installed. But then now we have to push the authorities to actually make it work. I would say activism is a bit ungrateful, unthankful type of work, because it's very hard for us to attribute one or the other achievement only to our work. So many people for so many years have been working on to push certain things, but I would say that more disabled people are speaking about politics and writing publicly, which I wouldn't see 10, 15 years ago. More students are reaching out to me for interviews. More people want to write on disability issues, even those who don't have family members with disabilities, so that's kind of impressive. And I was not working only with disabled youth, but also with all kinds of youth, because I was Georgia's youth representative to the UN and also Young European Ambassador, and I was going around Georgian regions and talking to school students, university students about the value that European Union brings to Georgia and all kind of exchange programs. And then they would reach out to me and ask about these programs. I'm very, very happy, I have to say, when I see that someone whom I send the link of an application actually has applied and have found a job or went on an exchange program. Also, a lot of disabled people ask me about how to receive tax returns, how to sign documents independently, what to tell the notaries, and how to sign out of the pension scheme, for example, and so on. The repressive laws deeming all recipients of foreign aid as foreign agents are a major challenge for me, because okay, maybe I work free of charge, but then it's hard for me to find and to redirect now other disabled people to receive free legal aid, or to find accessibility experts who could, for instance, evaluate if all the newly built buildings in Tbilisi are disability accessible. These days, for me, what really doesn't make sense is to quit.